Live. Hello.
It's Tricky Buddha from DeFi Space Donkeys, powered by Weed on Solana. Get yourself a bag of weed. Welcome to Friday High Intelligence with Genius Pothead, Rick Star, and Crypto Stoner. Retweet the room. Make sure you're getting your friends engaged, and let's get right into it. How's it going, Nick?
Oh, it's fucking going. Jesus Christ. Yeah, apologies for the delay, everyone. Obviously, there have been some issues going on with Twitter, so we've been trying to deal with that and trying to get things going on our end as well. So apologies, but we are here. We are live. It is Friday, a little past 4:20, but that's okay. We'll make up for it. So yeah, welcome to another episode of Higher Intelligence, where we talk about all things crypto, all things blockchain, throw in some cannabis every now and again, and talk about the projects that interest us and hopefully the projects that interest you. And guys, just a reminder, we do this for you guys, so we want to make sure that the content that we're talking about is interesting to you. So if you have interesting projects that you're either working on or you've heard of or that are up and coming, we'd love to chat with them and chat to you. So yeah, DM any one of us. Actually, DMs aren't fucking working, so that's not even going to work.
Somehow, do not DM us today.
Do not DM us. Yeah, throw a freaking homing pigeon in the air and send us the old school tweet. And yeah, if there's interesting projects you want us to talk to or interesting people. And doesn't have to be, I mean, it could be anything really. It could be RWAs. I think RWAs is a fascinating topic, especially, as it relates to some of these higher risk industries like cannabis, for example. RWAs are fascinating, DeFi, DeSci, like meme coins, like all of that good stuff, right? Any NFT projects. We had Psychedelics Anonymous on 3 weeks ago, can't remember, 2 weeks ago. And I just saw an article yesterday or the day before, I'll have to find it, where they did a study on a bunch of priests who took psychedelics, right? And how now all of these priests had all these like religious experiences. Let me see if I can find it while I'm chatting with you.
Wait, so they was it Catholic priests?
I don't know.
They had or something?
I didn't have time to read the article, so I just forwarded it to myself. Yeah, okay. So they did psychedelics.
And they all had spiritual journeys.
And they all had spiritual
Hell
journeys.
Yeah. We love hearing that. That's how you have them.
Hold on, I got it up right here.
My doctor actually recommended mushrooms to me the other day, and about a month ago, they recommended a little ketamine treatment. I haven't tried that, but it's interesting.
I've heard it's really. I've seen some studies on the ketamine like therapy situation, and that it has a lot of good results. So does psilocybin and MDMA under therapy guidance. A lot of the people have major breakthroughs. It's super cool to see this stuff being at least tested now. Also, shout out to Yeti checking in. Eddie, not Yeti. Eddie. Yo, what up, big dog?
And Weed Beam Coin fan. It's good to see you guys. Happy Friday.
Yeah.
Specializing in packaging.
Well, here's the article. Like I said, I haven't read it yet. I have it queued up. This is your priest on drugs. Dozens of religious leaders experience magic mushrooms in a university study. Many are now evangelists for the psychedelics. So I just saw this the other day. It just came out a couple of days ago. I haven't read it yet. I'm going to forward it to Psychedelics Anonymous, the class, because I think it's fascinating now. That's why I didn't read it. So yeah, it's crazy how we've gone from psychedelics being very taboo to now psychedelics being, part of a religious experience, and how priests actually indulging in that. So it's just fascinating how quickly this stuff comes around to the mainstream.
Took about 100 years to go full circle.
Exactly. All right. Bitcoin. Should we start there, Crypto? Are you? I know you're a little preoccupied right now. Should I give you a minute?
No.
You good?
Do
it. Dive right in. Well, we'll go to Rick. Rick, what's going on? Anything we should talk about for a few minutes while Crypto Stoner gets his TA prepared over there?
Yeah, it's been a wild week. Seeing that all-time high was wild. 112,000 Bitcoin. The timeline was in pure euphoria. There's been a lot of moves as well. Like we've seen the daily net inflows for Bitcoin in the last 30 days is up bigly. I think it's up to like what 30. No, sorry, 3 points. Let me get the number for today. Yeah, but we're looking good on all fronts at the moment. We did pull back a little bit today, obviously, which is expected. It's that was off the news of a straight 50% tariff on the European Union. Let me share that. Just give me a second. This was the announcement that kind of caused the dump. So, yeah,
perfect, dude. That leads me right into I'm done coughing and I'm ready to rock. No, dude, Rick is 100%. The seeing the all-time high this week, that gave us confirmation that we weren't going to see the low lows that we were saying could happen if we broke that resistance barrier that we were fighting between. And so the fact that we were able to break that all-time high of 110,000 and then hold that for 20, the most important part of that was that we hold it for 24 hours and beyond, because we did. But the longer that we were able to hold that past a day candle, the more bullish that is, in the sense of that's more our floor and our resistance level now. That is our base. So now our key resistances above and below are looking at the 114,000 back to the 98,000 barriers in that range. So today, we're seeing a little bit of, I don't think it's, obviously the news had a big impact, like Rick was saying. But we've also been seeing the greed index creep up from 71 to 76 since Monday. So we also are getting ready to see people start their profit taking. But they're, at the same time, there's usually a lot of market manipulation during these profit taking times, in my opinion, because people see this as a moment that, other people may sell. If big wallets start to take profits, it pushes the price down further. You see those bears start to win. And then that gives better buy-in opportunities for the big bags, the large money that's moving around. And so that's why we see these kind of corrections, like today. If we go to the week on Bitcoin, we're up 4.7% still on the total for the week. On the month, you're up 15%. So even with this 2.4, 3% drop that we're seeing in the candles, I have the Bitcoin chart up too on the 30. So this is kind of where we are just at the moment, which, we're seing that this is probably our low side resistance now for the short term.
What number is that? 107.
Yeah, like 107.3 essentially. But our one of our other test areas is going to be 106 all the way back down to 102. If I go to liquidity, the heat maps here, for longs and shorts, we are still seeing bulls in a lot of control here, because the liquidity is still stacking up here to be grabbed. We know that we typically go after the hot spots first, so we may grab some of this down at like 107. But realistically, on the day, on the next 24 hours, we're looking more at pushing back up above 110. We're starting to see, longs are starting to push this all the way up to 114. I know this is a lower number in it, but, we're still seeing 112,000, the new all-time high, being pretty bet on for hitting back even in the next day. And this is short term, but if we go out on the 2 week, on the 2 day, the 48 hour, it even gets less likely in our shorts and longs currently to be pushing any pressure down. I think we're definitely in an upward momentum. To be honest with you,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go back to that screen, please. So for the folks at home, when I'm looking at this and I see that bright yellow bar, what number is that? The bottom one.
This one?
Right there. Yeah.
That is 108.
So
now we're past that.
So what is that bright yellow bar telling us?
So basically the darker the blue, the lower the amount that's currently leveraged in that price. Right. But with the higher it gets, or the more vibrant it becomes, the more. So if you look at this and you hover in the yellow, $157 million is that leverage to be liquidated here. And that was on the low side. Now we ate that. You see that if we go to, let me see if we have the liquidations for today. Give me like 2 seconds to get there. So your shorts, 430, this isn't an hour, $430,000, but on your 24-hour, almost $500 million got liquidated in longs this morning because that, they didn't have their stop losses. So if we go back to the, if we go back to the heat map here, you'll see that that's what happened. This is when everything got liquidated on the day for that most of that money. And so now that got eaten up, though, now we see, on the 24-hour here that it's all building right back up to get basically if these get knocked out and, people that are following liquidity and following the longs and short positions, this is how they kind of know where everyone else is betting, where they should put their longs, but also where to look for drop-offs. Because as this goes out, we may see it flip and see the bottom side become yellow, which is going to be your more liquidity side. And that's when people will start pressuring down. It's always, not always, but a lot of the times this chart follows the liquidity. So wherever the most money is at risk of being eaten up, it will get eaten up over time, and then it switches back to wherever, and it usually goes down first. So if we see heavy yellow on top and bottom, which we won't see any right now just because it is heavier up here, but you'll see it on both. Usually we're going to go down first, and then we would go up top and pick up that other side.
And that's typically your range, right? You're ranging in between those?
Yeah.
So I don't remember if it was it's probably last week, maybe it was the week before. You had said that we're possibly looking at touching the 70s, mid 70s, give or take, right? Where, given what happened over the last few days with Bitcoin hitting new all-time highs, how does that change? Where do you adjust your bottom now, your lows now?
So, like we had said before, when we hit that first touch, 77 to 73, and we hit 74, we put half in, or I did, at that point of the cash that I had for investing. What we had said too is depending on how high we go back up on a retest would change how low we go. And I mean, some people had calls down into the 50,000s. Remember that we could see a breakdown to 50K if we didn't hit the 100,000 mark again.
Right.
But when we had this week here, or this day here, where we had the big spike, the 21st. So, this was pretty much a sign that we were going to start retesting up. We did. We set new all-time highs. And with all of that, now our bottoms have completely changed. So those low side resistances are going to start looking. I think Rick had said something earlier. We might not have been live yet, but something about the 98, those 90,000s. Those are more likely going to be our retests now. And if we have let's say, quote unquote, a catastrophic fall we fail a retest on the low side and keep falling, I think we would start looking into the 80,000 range again as a low. But with a lot of the bullish news and stuff we're seeing, I think we're going to stay on the high side resistances. So I think that we could see, somewhere in the upper 90,000s come back. But honestly, with everything that's happening right now, it feels like we're back in the bull run, and we're starting a little bit earlier. But again, with the tariffs, just like Tricky and I were saying before we went live here, we had said for weeks, we've been saying they're on hold until June, and they're going to say something to fuck it up. And, it's kind of what happened. You know what I'm saying? And they did. So today came out with we're going to add on to new tariffs, and I want Apple to move everything into America, or you're paying tariffs. And that stuff's all fear mongering. It just gets people to sell their bags. It gets people to put in their shorts, and that's what happened. If you guys see on the 30-minute candles here, we had this massive sell-off this morning at like 7 a.m. Like 3 a.m. my time. And, this was that news getting released. So that's how easy it is for us to fall from near all-time high at 111,000 down to 107,000 in just 30 minutes.
So what was that, like a 3% drop, give or take, 4%?
Yeah, it was about a 3.5, I think, somewhere in there. Yeah. So it's, you know, but this showed us our resilience again. You know, we filled this wick, came back up, we held resistance for that 30, and it hasn't tumbled yet. This is going to be one of our testing points for on the day here, 107,000. If we break that, I think we probably tumble back down towards 106 or 104,000. If we do that, in my opinion, now with how things are looking on the charts, these are good dollar cost average numbers at this point. Because we did test that 110,000 floor, you know, and as we test and we have floors that are higher, people have to remember that, you know, it's still a good discount when we see the market doing this on a day. You see these 3%, these 2%, 4% on things that you might be buying in. That's not a bad day after we've held a 24-hour floor where we currently have been, and the market sentiment is overall bullish. So in my opinion, I start dollar cost averaging again, back around these ranges, testing anywhere down into the low hundreds, high 90s would be very exciting. So I'm going to wait to see if we get down there. But you know, now our floor is higher. We have a new all-time high. It held solid for a day or two, almost 2 days. And we're just cooking on that. So minus the short-term FUD of tariff stuff, this is the bullish part. We are back into this phase 2 of the banana zone, you know, the bull run of crypto with Bitcoin, and Bitcoin dominance is still high. So all these little pumps we're seeing on our tokens that are, you know, your other layer 1s or your layer 2s, all of that stuff is already kind of warming up. So it's coming. You know, that is perfect. All season's coming. No Trump tariffs said.
So what do you want to see? Like, what do you want to see going into the weekend, right? So we just closed Friday. What time is it? 2:00 Pacific. What do you want to see going the close on Sunday and opening up on Monday? Actually, Monday's a holiday, so I guess what do you want to see through the weekend, through the holiday weekend?
I think what we mostly see is a lot of sideways, especially on a holiday weekend, because there's less news, right? Less media. Now, I do think that we will see sell-off and profit taking. And the reason I say that, I started bringing this up, we're in the greed area, and I think we may see some more pumping up back up towards, you know, because of the liquidations. We might go back up here first and play around in 112,000 throughout the day here into Saturday.
Yeah.
But I feel like we're going to see some profit taking by the end of the weekend into Monday. Maybe, and depending on news, Tuesday's either going to drop into those low resistance, like that high 90,000 again, or we're going to be off to the races because the tariffs are not scary on Tuesday. So depending on what is said in the media on Tuesday, I think has a lot of weight of whether we see a big correction in markets, that would be in the stocks and crypto, before we see a boom, or if everything comes in really confident on Tuesday, then I think we start seeing more all-time highs, you know, 114, 115, 120, up into that range. You know, I think probably the 118 realistically, maybe not 120, but you know what I'm saying? Just kind of depending on what the media is on Tuesday. But I do think we see some profit taking coming in through Monday, whether it's big or not. You know, that depends on the shorter term of what happens.
I love Michael Saylor. He's always just trolling, right? So no tariffs on Bitcoins. But no one has ever lost money buying Bitcoin. If you're not buying Bitcoin at an all-time high, you're leaving money on the table. And I think you said something similar earlier. Like, even buying Bitcoin today at all-time highs, in 4 years from now, it's going to be a significant discount, right? Yeah. Oh, I love this one. Back to the Future.
Yeah, Back to the Future Bitcoin.
I love it.
I love his AI images he comes up with. The thing is, like you said, that's the most important part for all of you. That anybody that's watching that may be newer or getting into this, or this is your first or second cycle, you have to just understand that grand picture of everything at the end of the day, which is that Bitcoin at some point in its life, as adoption increases, as future and technology increases, is going to be at that. People don't believe it right now, but it's going to be at that $10 million per Bitcoin in, 30, 40 years, maybe, whatever that may be. But it could be sooner, but it's going to happen. So buying in these times is not bad, especially if you're setting up a 10-year or 15-year plan. This is a great time to just, whenever you have extra money, and say, I have 15 years to do this. You're 20 years old, dude, just stack the shit out of all of it. Hold it and don't touch it. Don't even worry about trading it. Just work towards that accumulation. The accumulation is the important part, and holding for that long vision in what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, if you're younger and you could DCA $10 every day for the next 10 years, next 15 years, next 20 years, that would be amazing, right? You wake up in 20 years and the $300 a month you spend on Bitcoin turns into 5-10 million.
Yeah. And somebody did that, right?
Yeah.
Someone did that.
Yeah, for like 9 years straight. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I wish I had that video. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I wish I could find it. But yeah, somebody did that for 9 years straight, and he turned it into a couple mil, I think, off the top of my head. But yeah.
How's that weed chart looking today?
Oh, let's see. Where is the weed? I don't even have it up. Anybody have it up? Have it handy?
I'm pulling it up right now. Hold on.
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
Let me get on this Dex.
Stop sharing here.
Let me see.
Yeah, MicroStrategy bought another 7,390 Bitcoin for 765 million a couple days ago. They're just nonstop, man. So now they hold 576,000. So what is that percentage wise? 576. So what, like 1.5? No, I'm sorry, not 1.5. Jesus. 1.3, 1.37. Is that right? I thought they had more than that. Anyways, you got the chart, Crypto? You're on mute.
Copying CA as we speak, coming over right now.
We've been moving a little bit, man. I'm pretty proud of the team and what we've all been doing, what Tricky's been doing out there. Tricky. I think this is what I envisioned from the beginning, building it organically, building it with community, building it the right way, right? Not crazy pump and dumps. I mean, we've been at this for 10 months-ish, give or take. So yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving that we're seeing some more adoption from it. We're getting some more holders, some more volume. Where are we at right now? Like 420, I can't read that. 432 market cap.
Yeah, 432,000.
Nice.
Looking solid.
So it's growing, man. It's growing.
Even with the profit takers, still lots of
That's okay. That's okay.
No, that's perfect. That's the thing. That's the point of I wanted to point out on that is even with people taking healthy profits in this, you can still see that the volume in of fiat was still greater than the sell-offs of profit. So it's people taking some of their profit, but still holding, knowing what is coming. And then also the other people that are seeing this vision and the community side of weed, they're stacking it. So it's cool to see even in this, because it's such a healthy chart, in my opinion. You've got, people taking profit, but more money coming in overall. So that it's such an important thing on the chart. And that's why it looks so beautiful right now. Look at this.
Love it. Weed up 30% today. Let's fucking grow. Love it. Yeah. Sorry guys, I forgot about y'all in the chat. My bad.
Check the month chart real quick.
Month chart on it.
Yeah. Because it was about a month ago. That's not it.
That's not it.
Yeah. See, so someone clipped like right before the team expanded like 150%, right? What is that? That's the year chart or 6 months.
What is the day?
I mean, the candles are on a day, but the time period is.
Oh, jeez. Where do I
Yeah.
even adjust that here?
Yeah, you can do like
There it is.
15-minute candles and then look at the month. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
So you can
Up
see
only.
since we kind of the team
Mhm.
grew. What were we at? What percent were we up for the month?
I'm looking for the stat. I don't see it. Not gonna lie. I just see the 24-hour over here.
Here, let me see.
We'll take it. Either way, we'll take it.
77 point.
Oh shit! There
Yeah.
you go.
77.35% right now for the month.
Damn, that's a healthy month right there. And that's I want to like convey, guys. This really is a community project, right? This was started to bring people in who are into blockchain, who are into crypto and NFTs, but also rally them around kind of this cannabis culture. So if you guys want to be a part of this and help us grow, we are looking to build. We are looking to add on some new people, expand a little bit. So if you want to be a part of the project, like we're already up 77% on the month. We're going to be back to 1 million soon, and then from there it's off to the fucking races. So definitely jump in if you can. If you want to help out, we'd love to help. And like I said, this is a community project, so anybody that wants to help out, we'd love to have you. Speaking of which, there's a couple other projects I want to talk about. I'm going to share my screen here. Let's see. And this is just kind of a teaser, guys. I don't know what's going to happen with this, but keep an eye on this solvent project. This is going to be interesting. They've got Bonk involved, Moon Tropico's involved. You're going to start to see this slowly fill up over the next couple of weeks. Like I said, I don't know what's going to happen with it. I just know I'm keeping an eye on it. So check that out and turn on your notifications. The other one that we are teamed up with is Moon Tropica, and they have their game launching on 5/31, so 8 days. And this is a real game. Like, this is a legit real game, unlike some other projects that are out there. If you know, you know. So this is kind of a I don't know, kind of a Fortnite battle royale style. They have a lot of people from crypto in here, like current event style, South Park style. So you'll see CZ in here. You'll see Gary Gensler in here. So check out. Let me see. I should probably go to their Twitter. Check out Moon Tropica on Twitter. I don't even know if I'm logged in because I've been having so many issues with Twitter today. There we go.
I mean, the fact that we're even streaming right now is a miracle. So
I know this has been such.
Hey, the universe wants us talking. Okay, you can't silence the good voices in the space. All right. They got a special section for us to.
I don't know why we do this to ourselves. Why? It's like we're in a bad relationship with a girlfriend, and we just can't quit her. I mean, it's so dumb.
Yeah.
Anyways, check out Moon Tropica on Twitter. They've got a lot of collabs, a lot of partnerships going. They're solving again, so you're going to be seeing. This is going to be cool. When this comes out next week. Actually, it'll probably be 2 weeks from now. We'll do some live stream game playing on this. This is going to be fun. It's going to be, like I said, battle royale style. I'm hoping to get them on a future live so they can give us some gameplay footage. But you can see, I mean, it looks so fun.
Looks good.
Yeah, it looks fun. I like just battle royale beat 'em ups. They're fun to play. So stuff like that's cool.
Are you guys familiar with Nifty Island?
Yes.
You've mentioned it. I don't know as much about it.
Well, there's a couple metaverse projects out there, and if we've got a 3D playable character, we can put them in all of them.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Yeah, I'll connect it up. It's cool.
Also, just wanted to mention a couple of quick hitters here. This week, there's been some big announcements in the NFT world. FIFA have now officially migrated their new blockchain. This is going to be moved to AVAX.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Digital collectibles and immersive fan experiences powered by the scalability. That means this is FIFA. I mean, massive, massive company. And then they've got their website as well. Excuse me. And yeah, as you can see, full on into blockchain integration here with different packs. And so I love to see this. And then also on Abstract, if you guys haven't, I would say to you guys, if you're a fan of Formula One, even if you're not a fan, I guess, there is something going on at the moment. So I'll share the tab. So here, if you go to gate.io, you can find this Red Bull. It's actually happening this weekend, the Monaco Grand Prix, which is like arguably like the biggest out of all of them. They've also got Silverstone, Singapore, and Dubai in this week. And for each day, you can go and claim a. So you still got 2 hours and 47 minutes. There's a free claim on Abstract for the Australian icon and for the first win. And then for day 2, there'll be the same thing. Day 3, and then an extra phase where you can unlock exclusive prizes, collect all 24 for a chance to win. And then they've got all of these different prizes. So yeah, I don't know if people are interested.
I love that.
Yeah, bro, I think it's amazing. This this shows what blockchain can kind of do, you know. And Red Bull, massive company, FIFA, massive company. You know, we went over Chelsea, the tickets last week.
Yeah.
It's just looking like NFTs are kind of being integrated into into the world, and yeah, it's like I love what they've done here. They haven't said NFT anywhere. Look what they've said: digital collectibles.
That's
so how do you claim it? How do you claim it? Do you have to have a wallet, or you just put in?
Yeah, you just add the abstract chain, and then you just go to the website here. Actually, if you go onto Abstract, here at the top, so you just go to the Abstract. You can just mint here. And if you mint all 3, you get a badge. You get
what
this
does it
badge.
cost to mint all 3?
It's all free mints. All free mints.
So just gas.
That's cool.
Yeah, not even gas. They give you the gas.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
This is what mass adoption looks like, guys. It's happening.
Yeah, I mean, Abstract's pretty cool. They've got all these apps that people are using. Obviously, a lot of people trading on OpenSea now on Abstract because of the XP boxes. If you're trading on Abstract at the moment, you will get an XP from OpenSea. So yeah, seeing a lot of people on Abstract at the moment. I like what they're doing. You know, especially with this Red Bull stuff now, it just looks good, man. Looks good on them. And I'm hyped to see this. So yeah, if you want to go and collect these, go ahead and collect. But if you wanted to enter for these, you need to collect all 24. Now I don't know what they mean. I guess they're meaning 4 per day. I don't know, because it is only 4 available. But either way, it's free to collect these 2, and then you're going to get that abstract badge, which is going to potentially lead to an airdrop. So why not? You know, free opportunity here for you guys. I just thought I'd mention that.
So I know nothing about Formula One, but I saw them. I saw some race at the gym the other day, and I saw OKX was sponsoring one of the drivers. It said OKX on the helmet. So now I was like, oh shit, that's cool. And now you're just bringing that up or this up. So that's pretty cool. The soccer thing fascinates me. Right, soccer is a global sport. FIFA is a global brand, a recognized name, and the fact that FIFA is getting involved with NFTs now, digital collectibles, whatever you want to call it, and using Avalanche for that, I think is fascinating. And I think that, you know, Tricky mentioned it. This is mass adoption, right? That we're seeing it in real time. This is exciting. This is very exciting. I am curious. I'm curious to see how all this plays out. Oh, this is cool. What is this?
So this was the goal that he scored against Iran at Germany 2006.
Okay.
But now they're selling these moments as NFTs. So like you can own them.
No way.
Yeah, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, look.
That they're gonna start selling
So-
clips for you to be able to watch, or you can't watch the highlight. Like, you know what I mean? In the future, it's gonna be like, well,
Or
I'm the
you
only
get-
one that
or-
owns this clip, or
if
you
they
can
make a
Because
highlight
you
reel.
own it, and then you let other news outlets use it, and you get a royalty
Yeah.
out of it.
Exactly.
Right?
That's true. Actually, that makes it easier to do that then, right?
They're doing the same thing with music now too. Like they'll break it down into stems, into little segments for every part. You could have each musician, their instrument, their part, all be a different NFT. And whenever the song is played and gets royalties, it's distributed to all the wallets. It's happening with everything now. It's awesome.
I love the animations as they open up that package or whatever it is. It's pretty cool.
This is from the 1990 World Cup, so they've gone right back.
Yeah.
And FIFA's for those of you guys that don't know, even in the gaming world, FIFA is the #1 game every year. FIFA has the highest player base.
Yeah.
It has the highest retention rate of players. It has the biggest prize pools in tournaments, even over League of Legends and games I played, which have big prize pools for the winners. Like, these are just astronomical. FIFA getting into this is mass adoption, like Tricky said. This, and they're making it easy, and they're calling it something else than an NFT. They knew that has a stigma word to it, so they've adjusted. That's a part of marketing and business, is staying away from trigger words, things like that. Especially if you have good intention. And honestly, FIFA, has a very solid base and community, things that they do, the way that the organizations run in FIFA. I think they do an overall a good job for their community. So it's cool to see them also trying to bring their community in. This is future proof. This is onboarding people into Web3 that don't even know they're being onboarded, essentially.
Yeah.
And it's amazing to see that, because we need that mass adoption as long-term investors on our end, but we also need that mass adoption to forward move the future and how we work as a society. Like you guys pointed out to me, being able to have these highlights, but if you're an individual, now you sell that to the media sources. They don't get to just take it off of the thing. That's great. That's power back to the people that own the thing that they own. I love it.
This is crazy. It's exciting times. I mean, Bitcoin is ripping. We're new all-time highs. FIFA's getting into the NFT game with Avalanche. I just got this email the other day. I'm sure you guys got it as well. Now they have the Gemini credit card, right? Credit card where you earn Bitcoin back, not cash back, Bitcoin back. And it's good. It's a good percentage too. 4% on gas, 3%. I mean, this is better than all the other credit cards I have, like my Costco card, right? This is on par, better than my Costco credit card. It's fucking exciting, man. It's exciting where we're at, and it's still early, which is insane. Like I still talk to people. People still look at me funny when I try to talk to them about blockchain or crypto or Bitcoin. My mom was like, "Oh, Bitcoin! I think I saw that on the news the other day." And I was like, "Fuck yeah!" I was like, "Yeah, you should buy some Bitcoin, Mom." Right?
Hey, again though, when Grandma comes around and starts asking you how to set up her wallet, you need to start cashing out your bags. No, I'm just kidding.
My doctor started asking me about crypto, like in an appointment.
Yeah.
He's like, "You do crypto, right?" Yeah. And so I'm gonna give him like an advisement session, get him all caught up. He had the opportunity to get in Bitcoin when it was like $250, and he was just like, "Nah, not for me." And now he's like, "Damn it."
Yeah.
And back to the FIFA thing real quick. Okay, they have so much highlight reels. Every single player, all that could be a card, right?
Yeah.
Like that is, and they could all do them as like a bid, like an auction style. That would be just crazy.
So imagine applying that to Michael Jordan's career, or Magic Johnson's career, or Larry Bird, or now LeBron, Kobe. Man, Kobe, right? Since he's passed away, like that would be insane. I still watch Kobe highlights and I still get the chills. This is gonna get real interesting real fast. If FIFA is successful, if the Chelsea or whatever that soccer team was, Rick, is successful, that's going to bleed over into the Lakers.
The
And it's
Dodgers
gonna
as well.
Dodgers as well, right? So now
You know
we're in.
something else. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say now we're in the top basketball team, right? The
Mhm.
Lakers, obviously. Now we're in one of the top baseball teams with the Dodgers and Shahoni. I forget how to say that. And then it's gonna start avalanching real freaking fast, right? Snowballing, avalanching. I guess it could avalanche.
No, both. Yeah.
Because of avalanche,
both.
right?
I
Hey,
mean,
that actually works.
Snowball becomes an avalanche. So
I mean,
works.
yeah, I wasn't trying to do that, but yes, avalanche with FIFA, but it starts avalanching. It's gonna get real interesting real fast. So
yeah,
I mean, GTA 6. If they announce cryptos in GTA 6,
they delayed the game. By the way, they delayed the game,
that's what I'm
Crypto.
saying.
and I think it's because of crypto. They got to be making sure it's blockchain ready with something, and we just
Just
don't.
imagine, bro. That's the moment right there. Like that's.
But with the you know what I just thought of real quick before we get too far away from FIFA and these cards. Do you guys know how they have packs in the games? For those of you guys that play sport games, you get to build your character, your teams in the game, and you get to unlock these packs. Those have cards with players and stuff like that. If they start doing this with the replays and FIFA and the real life stuff, just imagine what they're going to do in the GameFi where FIFA, if they're doing this, they're looking at games. They're going to have cards you unpack and has maybe some of them are temporary, but then you have an NFT version and that carries over to the next FIFA and the next FIFA. And you actually have that ability or that reward or whatever it may be.
Or own that player.
Own that player, yeah.
Because when you buy a new FIFA, it doesn't carry over. You can get all this, you can build this amazing team, and then the next year you buy FIFA and you get a whole new team. So how do they comment? Yeah, so they could possibly do like NFTs, so you could carry that over to the next FIFA. You know, you earn that Cristiano Ronaldo, then you can take it with you to the next FIFA. You don't have to.
Or you mint it. Maybe you give the player the option to mint that in game?
Have you seen how they do the ultimate? And it is packs. They're open packs, and it's got 3 cards inside. So that would just be NFTs in my mind, because there is a marketplace already that they have. It's just exactly, bro.
Each one can be a physical and and then they would all have. They both have value. This is where I see the games going, right? So imagine Grand Theft Auto. Right, but you can put on your VR headset and just you're in the metaverse. It's all tied to the blockchain. You maybe find a gun, you unlock a mission, any little thing, like health items, money, weapons, skins, different accessories. Those all could be individual NFTs that you could literally trade in game or win, or sell. Like every little thing can be kind of tokenized. And we don't have to explain it's on the blockchain. I mean, we already have all the mechanics for the game in place. We just have to incorporate that layer behind it, and it'll be real money that you'll be actually transacting with and earning. So, even though it might be just a small fraction, but still, maybe something.
So you guys know I have a kid. He's into Roblox and Minecraft and all that shit. Just dropping money on it like crazy. I mean, it's his own money that he earns, so it's not terrible, but still. Roblox in 2024 did 3.6 billion in revenue. If you think about mass adoption, think about getting kids, right, involved early in these NFTs. Think about Roblox, think about Minecraft. And where now, the younger generation today, they grew up on social media. They grew up on, things that we didn't necessarily grow up on. But if kids today playing Roblox and Minecraft are growing up on NFTs, digital collectibles, think about how that changes the landscape in 5 to 10 years, right? Where those kids are now adults, and like the kids today that grew up on social media, that's all they've known. Now the kids in 10 years that grew up on Minecraft and Roblox as NFTs, that's all they've known. So it's gonna be interesting.
I see us going to the point where imagine you have like a digital needs to have your name attached to it if you didn't want. You could be any amount of doxed on it, but you have your education. You can answer questions and take quizzes after proving your verification and earn skill points. And then if you're like a graphic designer or a company and you need a graphic designer, you would just look who's got the NFT basically within their digital ID, right? It would all just be, incorporated like that. And then when you could join like a team that is distributing work contracts amongst the people in the team, and you have to be verified with those credentials. That's where we go. So like, imagine the kid is like, oh, I want to have a gun in the game, right? Well, they could actually design it. And then as long as it's within the parameters for like, damage and whatnot, then they could actually publish that into the game and have a 3D weapon now that they've designed. And now the company didn't have to pay a developer to design that. Yeah. So they can assign a value to it and encourage people to design cool shit.
And so they're just making secondary, they're making royalties off it or commissions or whatever, like a percentage, right?
The other thing is kids are understanding the in-game currency systems.
Yep.
Like, so they understand V-Bucks and what that means. And so, when all of this GameFi turns into, the traditional finance of the future, let's say, these kids are they already know things that we didn't know as kids or that our parents never understood. They're learning ecosystem and like, management of funds essentially in their games. Cause they're like, well, I see we have neighbors, they have 4 kids. They're all young, under 14. And 2 of them ask me about crypto already. Like, what is it? How does it work? I can make money doing this. And I explain what we do in this realm. So, I'm always trying to explain to them things that we do. And these young generation kids are also excited about this, like the little ones. They're like, so I can make money with my skins. And I'm like, yes, essentially in a game, if you own the skin down the road in the future, and it's not just you spent money on it, you could have someone else pay you for that later. And that would give you more V-Bucks because that person gave you more V-Bucks than you originally spent. And they're like, so I get a lot of skins now and then hold them until people want it. And I'm like, dude, you get it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, hearing kids say that and be like, they could do that in Fortnite. And I'm like, yeah, they could. And the kids are like, I would love that. I have so many skins, it's cool, dude. Cause I think that is the future of it. We talked about it last week a little bit too. Counter-Strike games that have skins for the guns and stuff that had an open marketplace became illegal because it was US money and it had to do with like, it didn't, you can't sell skins. You couldn't sell those. But if it was a coin or a token of some sort, a non-fungible NFT, those kind of things, you could sell your skin on an open marketplace that was on Magic Eden or something like that. It's really cool to see where this is going, but it's also cool to see the kids kind of growing up online in a system that's teaching them, or they're seeing how this stuff kind of works. And the ones that are asking questions now are going to do really cool shit down the road. And like Tricky was saying, with being able to buy assets and things like that, of other development tools that can be in these, that people can still make money. There's just so many forms of growth and money. And a lot of the kids are going to grow up learning this in their games and stuff. And they're going to be the billionaire trillionaires of the future. It's going to be insane.
Ready Player One, man. Like the kids that build that and build the picks and shovels for that and the economy behind that. Yeah.
Deadwolf right there in Twitch. Shout out to Deadwolf on Twitch. I made money on Diablo 3 item market, which Diablo 3 back in the day had a massive marketplace, just like World of Warcraft, where people sell items, for either in-game money, like lots of it, or lots of real money. People would decipher which one was more important to them, but people would give you so much for these open marketplaces. Imagine those being on NFTs.
In Destiny, you upgrade a gun, you get this amazing weapon, and someone would be like, I want that. Right? Yeah. Well, all right, cash at me some money, or go ahead, shoot me some Polygon right now. Whatever, some Solana, whatever you got, some Bitcoin.
And we've seen we've seen how much money games can make, right? Have you guys heard of EVE before? EVE Online. Yeah. So EVE Online, right? They have one of the most expensive ecosystems in the world. It's I think it was like valued at $1 billion at one point because of the ships. People were buying ships in game for millions of dollars. Here's the crazy thing. If they lost their account or they lost their ship, they would lose that money.
Yeah.
Like you just didn't, there's no way to get that back. Imagine, and that happens with a lot of game assets in games because they haven't been on a blockchain. But imagine that blockchain technology in those kind of games that have high fiat ecosystems, having an NFT where if something like that happens or you lose access to an account, not like your blockchain account, but the game account or something like that, you still have that NFT on the blockchain. It's still trackable. You can see it. It's very interesting.
Do you guys play Off the Grid? Have you guys been following that? I have not. So.
I played the beta, and I played on launch day for a couple hours to test it. So that's
a Web3. That's fully Web3, right?
It's fully Web3, but you're not owning a token or an NFT yet. It's built on the blockchain, so the game coding lives in the blockchain, and they can utilize or create utility in that, but it's very early on that sense. They definitely focus on the gameplay first, be able to be on the blockchain, but also being on Epic Games, on Steam, and have all of that. And they are going to roll things out. But yes, technically they were the first Web3 game to go on launchers and console.
It looks pretty fun. Looks sick.
We should do it one day. I'd be down to play. There's 4 quads, 4 teams, or 4 people to a squad. I think if we ever did it on a space or on a live, that'd be so fun.
We should just do a live once a week where we play video games.
I'm down, dude. We just play funny shit.
Content creator type of integration. Imagine that, like, you stream yourself playing the game, and the game company is making money off viewers bringing the traffic to the website, right?
Yeah.
And so you could get paid like in microtransactions for making the stream. You could literally get paid to they could track everything. You get paid to play your game.
That'd be cool.
If you decided to stream or something like that, right?
Yeah.
You have to make good quality content. People got to watch you, they got to like watching you play. Some little kids just love watching people do like epic gameplay.
Oh, my kid watches YouTube, just Minecraft and Roblox. People play Minecraft, Roblox all the time. Yeah, that's what they're into now. That's crazy. I mean, just like I grew up watching basketball, watching football. My kids growing up watching Roblox, watching Minecraft. It makes sense. Like, it's hard to rationalize. I get it on one hand, but on the other hand, I'm like, why the fuck are you watching this guy play video games? Just go play video games. But then I'm like, oh wait, but I want to go watch basketball or I want to go watch football. So I get it. I definitely.
And they're learning, right? A lot of the times when you're watching these content creators, the content creators have a lot of viewership because they're good. And so I think a lot of these kids watch and then they go adapt that to their game style. Whereas same thing, like you said, with sports. I was a big hockey player growing up. That's my sport. I love hockey. So I watched games all year, but every time somebody would do something cool, my brain would hold on to that, what I saw. And then I would go out to the ice and I would try and do that for a whole day until I could hit that move. So it's the way that the younger generation is learning. And, you think about how we adopted internet, all the 4 of us, especially here, we obviously fell in love with tech, computers, growth, and all of that kind of stuff right from an early age. And now look at where we have become. There's people that what is AI? What is this? What is Web3 and crypto? We know all this stuff.
Yeah.
These kids that are growing up now, they're going to be ahead of us at some point because they started so early learning this knowledge and taking stuff in. It's so cool, dude. It's so cool to see. Yeah. I wish I could be younger.
Back in the day, I remember Nintendo 64, GoldenEye. I bought the little booklet that told you like what the goals were in order to unlock everything, right? And if we would have been able to stream at the time, everybody in my middle school, I would have been the most popular kid in middle school because I actually charged them $10 and I take their cartridge home. I would run through it on the hardest difficulty in like 25 minutes and unlock all these cheat codes, like 2 columns cheat codes in the back. And nobody even believed me that there were 2 columns. So I was just like, give me $10, but if I could stream that, sometimes
Tricky hustling in middle school.
Instead of people buying the $15 magazine, watch me do it live.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's cool. All right, guys, we are up against the hour. I know crypto has to bounce here soon.
I just want to show you guys this.
What do you? Let me get that up. Hold on one sec. Where
this is the just a quick nice thing to end on. This is the Google new video generator.
We can talk.
Yes, we can talk.
No.
Yes.
We can talk as cartoons.
This is amazing.
Imagine all the narrative possibilities.
We can sing talk.
Oh, yeah, the audio, I don't think.
Let's talk.
So, what are we going to talk about now? What are we going to talk about now that we can talk?
I have no idea. What do you want to talk about?
Now that I can talk.
I don't know if I have something to say.
We can talk about how magical this is.
Let me.
Yes, we can talk.
Look at this. Look
That's
at this.
insane.
Look at
man.
this. I used
I've
to
seen this.
shoot
Yeah.
500K commercials. He did this for $500 in Google VR. Look at this.
Our prescription helps your body secrete a special pheromone that attracts puppies.
I took the pill before bed, and when I woke up, there he was, the love of my life.
The pill does not target depression directly, but we've found that it's really difficult to be depressed when cute dogs show up at your doorstep. I used to feel so empty, but now I feel joy and mild concern how a pee stain got on the ceiling. My puppy listens twice as good as my ex-husband and only climbs into the lap of half as many of my friends.
He chewed up my Bible and pooped in my good chair. But I'm happy for the first time in years.
Looks like a rat, barks like a demon. But he saved my life.
I named him Earl. He follows me everywhere and farts in his sleep. Just like my first husband.
Pupramine. For when your therapist says, maybe you should get a dog.
Oh, the AI video is gold.
I'm dead over here.
All right, we got a little bit of echo. That's what we need to lead with next week. We need to talk about this because this is an entire show by itself.
Oh yeah.
What is going to happen to Hollywood? What is going to happen to actors? What is going to happen to studios? It's insane how quickly this is accelerating. Like, absolutely fucking mind-boggling. All right, that's it for this week, guys. So happy Memorial Day weekend. Hope you all have a great weekend. Tricky.
I want to show you a magic trick first.
Oh, shit, we love magic. Let's do it.
What do you
I'm
guys
I'm gonna disappear. All right.
Yo, he you know, Tricky's got the best smoke bombs in the East and the West. So here it comes.
He's been practicing this. Poof, and he's gonna be.
You know what's crazy is how long he can rip the bull.
Yeah. What?
You
Poof,
get a shot clock on there. Oh, that is a cool magic trick. Well done.
That was
well done.
That was great. I love it.
That was awesome. All right, guys, that's it for this week. Have a great weekend. Appreciate y'all. Enjoy in the U.S. Happy Memorial Day. Enjoy the weekend. Go out and touch some grass. Party words, gentlemen, and then we'll let everybody go.
Yo, everyone, keep your bags safe. You know what I say every week, no, but look for, for those investing, look for some entry points, dollar cost average as we hit this staircase down. Have an amazing weekend. Thank you for those that did sacrifice and for everything that we have and stuff, I'm obviously not a big political person on either side, but the people that are willing to do things to help others, it's very important still. So, a lot of people have good hearts in what they do. So awesome for everyone that keeps us safe. But yeah, you guys have an amazing and safe weekend. We do have the Decentral Bros birthday 1-year party coming up in 20 minutes on X. So make sure you guys stop by for that. And, it's just always a pleasure to share time with the three of you guys. So thanks for being here.
Appreciate it.
Always stay positive. That's it for me. Oh, and my floor went for the DeFi Space Donkeys went to 0.5 ETH.
There you go.
Oh shit.
That's huge.
From $3 in 2021.
Nice.
Congratulations, bro.
Yeah, congrats. Seriously. All right, y'all. See you in the next space. Take care.
Peace.
Wait, did he end? No. He just dipped out and forgot to end. Later, y'all.
Peace.